live? We are live.
We are live, man. We're live.
Live and alive, and I don't know what else. But we're ready to rock and roll. And tonight on the Evening Buzz, we've got a really cool show for you guys. And my name is Paul Charron, streaming live from my home office in Las Vegas, Nevada. And on the other end is my good friend and business partner,
Rod Davison, coming at you from Fresno, California. And we're going to be doing some cool stuff tonight with some paid traffic for all you guys out there that got a little bit of a marketing budget and want to get leads rolling in, like pretty PDQ, right? Pretty dang quick.
Pretty dang quick. I like that. PDQ. I've never heard that before. Guys and gals, tonight's training is going to be on a tool called Leadimpact. It's actually a website, but it's a tool on Leadimpact. One of the strategies that we recommend for people when they first get started, if you've got some kind of a little bit of cash, it is not a free tool, but it is PPV and pay-per-view. Obviously, as Rod said earlier, not to be confused with WWE, MMA. What else is pay-per-view? I don't know, but
I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff pay-per-view anymore, I think.
Absolutely, even movies and all kinds of stuff. But not to be confused with that stuff. This is to promote your business. It's actually people eyeballs as they are viewing your ads. So it's pay-per-view per ad. And a little bit different than pay-per-click, where you're actually paying for every time someone clicks on your little ad, like Bing or Google Ads, or what else is there? AdSense. What else is there on pay-per-click?
Yeah, you know, and I think just to throw a little snippet in there, if you guys want to really see the difference, Wednesday night we are doing a pay-per-click show, so you'll really be able to see hands-on the differences between PPV that we're going to do tonight and PPC we're going to do on Wednesday.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's going to be very, very cool. If you've never seen this stuff before, and this is really a strategy that very few people utilize that we've seen anyways, and it is a quick way to get leads coming into your inbox very, very fast, and literally overnight, if not within hours. If you set up your campaign in the right place, you will literally have people coming to that in hours. Rod, can you show them the leads coming in? Do you have a way to show them like leads coming into your email inbox?
Yep, I do.
You have your fancy schmancy phone thing, and
you can see that Leadimpact.
Now turn it a little bit. Nope.
Well, quit talking for a
little
minute.
Bit of an angle. A little bit of an angle. There you go. Yeah, you can see a little bit there, but you can see that lead notification. Yep.
So, I mean, it definitely works. I mean, both Paul and I use this, and just to kind of give you guys a little bit of explanation of how PPV works. So generally, what happens is there's all kinds of different programs that I'm sure you've run across this, where they download different toolbars when you download a game or download some piece of software. And when the people that have these toolbars loaded are part of this PPV network, and if they're searching for certain things, and we're going to show you how that works, then you'll get basically a pop-up window that you can display your capture page. So, that's kind of how pay-per-view works. So you're paying every time that pop-up shows up, which is a little different than PPC, because that's only when you click on something that you get charged. So, but it's a lot. Those views are way cheaper than a pay-per-click. So, and we'll kind of show you how all that works here momentarily.
Right. It's very, very cool. Now there are several pay-per-view networks. Leadimpact is one of them. Leadimpact is one of the least expensive to get into. Are they at 100 or are they at 200 now?
Yeah, I mean, it basically, you got to put $200 in to get started, but then once that happens, you can put as little as $20 at a time if you want. So it's just, you got to put an initial investment of $200 in there, once you bring that down to zero, then you can put as little as $20 at a shot at that point. So
right, and
go ahead.
Once you learn how to target your specific market, that's really not a whole lot of money. I mean, I think to be really effective, you're probably looking at a couple of $100 a month. If you're really hitting it hard, you may go up to 500 a month. But that's if you're really just using this as your advertising mechanism and nothing else. I would think you could probably get away with on a regular basis $100 to $200 if you're doing this monthly. And guys, I know that might seem a lot to you guys that aren't making any money at all yet, but this is just a way for you to jumpstart your advertising and jumpstart your lead generation until you can get other methods up and running, your WordPress blog or your video marketing or whatever else your free marketing is. So that's what this is about. It's about jump starting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And because I don't know any of you that are either getting ready to start marketing or you've been marketing for a little while. I mean, organic or SEO type traffic, it takes anywhere from 60 to 120 days really before that traffic really starts kicking into gear. So this is really a good way to, get your lead flow started while you're doing those other things. And, Paul and I have been doing this paid strategy for, I don't know, 6-9 months, I guess, right? Ever since about July, I think, is when we first started.
Right, right. It was July of last year is where we first learned about it.
And I spend anywhere from, I don't know, 100 to 200 a month. It just depends. And that's going to get you, probably around 150 to 200 leads. If you really kind of manage that on a daily basis, you can really trim that down to where, you can see what things working. I don't go in there every day, so sometimes I pay more than I should for certain things. But if you really manage that, you can really get leads in there for, even a few cents. 20 cents, 30 cents a lead. So
right, and some of you guys watching might be going, oh, $1 a lead or $2 a lead. Oh, that's a whole lot. But let me ask you a question: how many leads are you getting right now? I mean, how much is it costing you every single day when you are not getting any leads at all coming into your business? And so, I think it was Eric McMillan, one of the guys we learned this with back at the No Excuses workshop. They even said, if a lead's $8, if your first lead is $8 or even $10, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay, because once you know that you can get one at that price, then you can learn to optimize your advertising and do some tweaking and change it so that gets lower and lower and lower. And that's really what happens is the first few you get, you're like, man, this is pretty expensive stuff. But as you start to get better at optimizing your campaigns, it will drop down to $1 to $2. And as Rod said, I mean, I think one campaign we checked earlier for you, Rod, it was just literally cents.
Yeah, I mean, there was, I don't remember. I think I got a screenshot. We'll show that real quick before.
Show that after a bit.
Yeah, but there was one that, I don't know, I got 4 or 5 leads for like, I don't know, 30 or 40 cents or something, so.
Right. So it's not going to be all $1 $2 leads, but
yeah.
That is kind of like not a bad thing. So don't think of that as being a bad thing. So Rod has a really cool demo planned for us tonight in Leadimpact. He's going to show you how to get into Leadimpact. Now, obviously, we're not going to go through how to sign up for an account. If you can't go to leadimpact.com and get signed up for an account, you have bigger fish to fry than worrying about how to set up a campaign, because it's really simple. It's just like setting up an account anywhere else: name, address, phone number, give them your credit card, and away you go. So you got to be able to do some of this stuff on your own, folks. It's not that tough. Rod is going to take us through setting up a campaign. We're actually going to show you another little cool tool called the Magic URL Scraper that you'll be able to use for other stuff as well. And your head will start spinning here as you see, oh, I could use that tool for other things. You're going to see that as well. So whenever you are ready, Mr. Davison, we are ready for you.
Okay. Yeah, I think when I first did Leadimpact, I think it was about the easiest website to get signed up for, from what I remember. And you can either use your PayPal account or a credit card to activate it. You can set it up to auto renew X number of dollars, or you can just do it manually. I choose to do manually. I think, Paul, don't you do automatic funding?
I do automatic. They actually give you it's a 2 or a 3% kicker if you do it automatically.
Yeah.
So I take the extra few percent.
Yeah.
You know,
I just don't trust anybody, so I like to do it manually.
No, I agree.
All right. Well, let me share my screen here, and we will get going here.
And if you can, Rod, make sure you click on your screen so that it's not flipping back and forth.
Yep, got it. So
they don't have they can listen to my nasty voice, but they don't have to see my face.
So you can see that on the screen, I presume?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I can see it.
Sweet. So basically, once you log into Leadimpact, this is the screen you're going to come up. I kind of shrank the screen a little bit because, we can't give away all of our secrets on what campaigns we're running, but, we'll at least give you guys a good shot. So the first thing that you really need to do is you got to decide what kind of keyword am I going to go after. So what do you think, Paul? I know everybody uses, dog whistles, so I really don't want to use that. A lot of people use paleo diet. I don't know. Let's think of something that's just kind of off the wall, different that nobody uses.
Feeling a little tropical tonight. How about some dolphin training?
Oh, dolphin training.
Yes, let's train some dolphins.
There's got to be somebody that's looking for dolphin training, right? Okay, so
you can make money with anything on the internet, my friend. Who knows? They sell, Jesus on a piece of bread. So I'm assuming somebody's got to be able to make money off of dolphin training.
All right. So anyway, the first thing you want to do when you get into Leadimpact, you want to go in here and you want to create new campaign. So we're just going to create that. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen now, and we're just going to give it a name, and we're just going to call it Dolphin Training. This campaign name can basically be anything you want it to be. What was that, Paul?
Can you zoom in on that a little bit? There you go. There you go. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. So the one really important thing, you can choose a maximum budget per day, or you can do it per hour. So I usually do, depending on the campaign, I'll do between $5 and $10 a day. So $5 a day on a campaign is the minimum that you can put. So $5 is the minimum. And if you got a really good campaign that's getting you a lot of leads, you'll reach that $5 minimum pretty quickly. But the flip side of it is you can kind of control your daily spend, and it really gives you a way to monitor what's going on. So,
and guys and gals, a quick caveat: when you are starting out, I highly recommend not going over $5 a day, because you could have, like, let's say you want to target 10 different markets and 10 different things, and you put $10 a day on there. You're looking at being able to hit $100 in one day really quickly.
Yeah.
10 at $5 a day is $50, and that's happened to me where I thought, well, I'm just going to leg into this, and I have a bunch of campaigns going, and then I turn around, next thing I know, I see a credit card charge coming through from Leadimpact, and I was like, holy smokes, because if you hit if you hit the wrong URL or the wrong keyword, guys, and you can literally get thousands and thousands of impressions, and remember, you're paying per view. You can get thousands of them literally in a few hours, because this is all over the planet, and it can add up really quickly. So you want to be careful, and that's why when the first ones you do, and we'll show you some of the optimization stuff here in a minute. But go ahead, Rod. Sorry about that.
You're trying to scare them off now.
No, I'm not. Just trying to
yeah.
Be cautious.
This is a little trick that I'm gonna tell these guys, because this really helps. So, your very first campaign, set one up that's just something test. And what we're going to do, instead of trying to split these out into separate campaigns, just put a whole bunch of URLs, and we'll get to that in just a minute, into the test. And then you kind of monitor that and really see what's starting to click. and then you can pull those out and put those in a separate campaign and it's really a good way to find out what's going to convert much faster, because you can just put a whole bunch of keywords in one test campaign, and then we can kind of move those over. So that's a good way to kind of test the waters, because then you have really what could be 8 or 10 campaigns combined into one, so you only got that $5 a day, and you can really see what's going to start converting quickly without spending a bunch of money. So,
all right, that's a good tip. I like it.
Okay, so basically you just put your campaign name in. It really has no bearing. It's just for your reference. You put your budget, and then we go to next step. So here, we're going to name the landing page. We're just going to put dolphin training. It could be basically whatever, but and then I don't know. Let's just put
in your MLSP landing page, dude.
Yeah, I'll just put that one. Okay, so basically this is going to be the URL where you have your landing page. So if you're an MLSP, you can create a custom landing page. They have some pay-per-view. There's with pay-per-view, you want to make sure that you really just have a little bit of text and your opt-in, because it's really a pop-up window, so it's a little bit smaller. You know, it's not a full-screen window. It's kind of a smaller
Do we
screen.
know what the size of that is? Is it 640, 480, or what is that? Do we know?
You know, I don't know. It's I can't remember right offhand what it is, but
something you might want to test, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using a blog, I think it's is it the squeeze page number 5 or 6? I think is the one that works good for PPV.
On the optimized press, you mean?
Yeah. If you're using MLSP, there's some specific custom campaigns you can set up that have PPV. If you're in magnetic sponsoring, there are also some specific pages for PPV. So I mean, there's a lot of options. It's just a matter, you want to basically just have a headline and an opt-in with PPV, and that's about it.
Right. You don't want to have a full page capture page, guys.
Exactly. So, and then the product category, I usually just choose business to business, and then the subcategory we generally put home business. Keyword pass-through you don't want to check. Generally, these are the countries you want to target, so it might be United States, Australia, Canada, basically anywhere you do business, or
United Kingdom.
Yeah, United Kingdom is okay. So, you know, primarily I use, countries that speak English for the most part. So
yeah, you don't want to be running English ads, guys, really, in France, Germany, Denmark. What good does that do you?
Yeah. So, once you got that, that's pretty straightforward. You just go to next. And then here's where we're going to start adding keywords. So I'm going to jump over here to Magic URL Scraper. And that's just magicurlscraper.com, just like it sounds.
Go ahead and zoom in on that too, bud.
Zoom in on this a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that good?
That's perfect. Yeah, they can see that.
Or a little bit more?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so up here we're just going to put dolphin training. Now, I will tell you, with pages, so basically one page is going to give you 10 URLs. 10 pages is going to give you 100 URLs. So just however much you want. We'll just choose 5 because it'll be a little quicker. Now, Magic URL Scraper, there's a lot of people using this, so it's always interesting if you hit scrape and you don't get anything back, which it's going to. You just keep hitting that button 2 or 3. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times, but you'll eventually get something back. So
isn't that crazy? You can get 50 pages of dolphin training stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe we should try 100 and see if they're all there.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, once you got all these up, all you got to do is hit copy. And then we're going to go back over here to Leadimpact. We're going to say add keywords. And right here, we're just going to paste those in there. And then we're going to say add keywords.
Now, in this circumstance, folks, don't get confused. Keywords are just URLs. You could add just keywords in there as well. We're not going to get into that too much because obviously, this stuff can take you a while to learn all the nuances of it. But basically, in Lead Impact, when we're talking about a keyword, we're talking about a URL that is targeting your specific audience.
Yep.
Like in this case, it would be dolphintraining.com is a keyword.
Yep. So basically, it's basically this error up here is telling you that you have 2 keywords that are too long. So it does have a limitation. So these links are kind of long, but
don't worry about it, right?
Yep, exactly. Don't worry about it.
Don't get hung up on the fact that you've got 50 keywords, guys, and that 2 of the 50 didn't work. Oh my goodness, you only have 48 left. Don't get hung up on that stuff.
So let me go ahead and close this window because we don't care about those 2. So you can see it pulled all of those keywords into the screen here. So actually, this one's actually pretty cool. So you can see, so right here, see where it says other bids. So right now we're going to bid 1.5 cents for every time that pops up, and 1.5 cents is the minimum that you can do. So since and a lot of times what you'll see over here on the right, you might see other prices there, so that means that other people are bidding on those URLs, so you might need to bump this up to maybe 1.7 cents or maybe even 2 or 2.5 cents. So it just depends on what you're comfortable with.
Is that sorted high to low right now, or is it sorted low to high, do you think?
Click on no, it's I mean, everything's at 1 because it's, probably not a lot of people in PPV targeting dolphin.
That's what I was wondering. If you click on the rank thing one time just to double check that.
Yeah, well, see, I'm displaying 500 items. There's only 48 in here, so they're all...
Oh, they're all there.
Yeah, they're all ranked 1,
So, guys, dolphin training is probably not a good thing to target since nobody is advertising dolphin training.
Or it could be a great thing.
Or it could be a great thing. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if it's a great thing if you're a marketer trying to get leads for your biz op, but if you're a dolphin trainer, it would probably be a great thing to use.
And yeah, let's add that in quick, guys. Do not target dolphins or whatever it is. Make sure you're targeting the specific audience that you're looking for. If you're running ads for a network marketing company to dolphin training sites, you're going to get, I don't know if you're going to get a lot of views, but what you're going to happen is you're going to get a lot of views, you're going to spend a lot of money, and you're going to get no conversions because you're not targeting the proper audience. You can't walk into the church and expect to sell a book on atheism. And the same thing here is you don't want to go to websites that have nothing to do with what you're trying to sell and pop ads up on there because you're going to spend a boatload of money for no reason.
Now, if you want to go out to ClickBank and find some products that are related to dolphin training and see how that works out, that might be a way to target this. So.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so we're not going to have to make any changes. So a lot of times you can sort by rank here, and that'll sort it. So you might be in there like 2 or 3, and you always want to try to be 1 so that your ad pops up. And you just go in here and change the bid to 1.7 or whatever it is, depending on what the other bids are. So.
Right. If the bid is showing 1.0 or 0.017, don't bid 0.03.
Yeah, let's
just go just over it.
Let's just
add a keyword that might have something in there.
Yeah, exactly. Just to.
How about
MLSP.com?
I don't know.
So you can see here we're bidding 1.5 cents, and the high bid is 3 cents. So if you want to be number 1, basically you got to go higher than that. So we're going to go. So let's just go 3.2. And then what that's going to do is that'll put you above this one, and you'll see I won't do save and continue. I'll just do save.
I think it'd be funny to start popping dolphin training stuff up on MLSP.
Yeah, so you can see now 3.2, which is what we're bidding, is now in first place. So I mean, that's basically what you want to do is just go through here, and if there's some, if just kind of scroll through here. If there's some, something in here that's not congruent with your offer, you can just either deactivate them or delete them.
Right. Now, Rod, what happens if they start running this campaign? So from here, guys, what you would do is just run this, and then you would start see. Well, are you gonna? It's hard.
Yeah, we'll finish it up.
I was gonna say it's hard to show views on this, but what happens, Rod, if let's say the next day you had 3,000 impressions, spent $25, and didn't have any conversions? What do you think they should do?
Well, I would come in here and deactivate it. So basically, all you got to do right here is you click that box. You click deactivate. You can see where it says inactive now. And make sure you come down here and save it, because I had one that was doing exactly that. I came in here and deactivated it, forgot to save it, thought I was all good. Next thing I know, I got, $50. So just
hammered for cash again.
Make sure you come down here and save it, and then just come back up here and make sure it still says inactive. So
yeah, a lot of impressions is okay, folks, but just remember that if those are not converting, there's something that's either not congruent about your offer compared to what that site is, or there's something that's not resonating with those people that are seeing that. Don't keep trying to push it. Get out of there.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and just activate that. We're going to go ahead and do save and continue.
We got like 5 minutes left here, dude.
Yeah, and then so basically right here it's saying you got 49 active keywords. Dolphin training, yes. Now this will take about 1 day for Leadimpact to review it and approve it. I haven't really seen Leadimpact approve things over the weekend, so I think they just work Monday through Friday. So if you're doing it over the weekend, it'll take you a couple extra days. But basically, that's pretty much all there is to Leadimpact. I mean, it is pretty doggone simple to get Leadimpact and start getting leads if you got a little bit of a marketing budget and you want to get stuff coming in quick. It's really good. So there's Traffic Vance is another one, but there's a lot more traffic on Traffic Vance. But I'll tell you what, it is that one is $1,000 to get started.
Right, $1,000 to get started. Can you show them? Do you have like a little screenshot or something of a?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to pull up right now.
Of impressions and conversions and stuff.
Pictures and blog.
And you're not knowing where you stored stuff.
So basically, you can see there's a couple here that I just kind of pulled out. This one's got 6,800 impressions. It cost me about $100. I got 43 leads out of that, so that's a couple of bucks. This one here, as an example, 90 cents for 4 leads. So I don't know what is that about. It's 20-something cents a lead. So, it just kind of depends. So that's why you really want to try and monitor this stuff and make sure. So like this 68, this is basically on one. This was a campaign one here, so maybe that particular one, there may be one particular URL in that campaign that is costing you money, and that's why you really want to review that. And there are some reports that you can run in Leadimpact as well.
And that is literally, folks, that's 1.6 cents per view, so it's really not that bad. And how many leads did you get out of that?
On which one, the 90-cent one?
Yeah, that one you just had, 109.28.
48, I believe it was.
48. So yeah, 227 a lead, 228 a lead. That's still not that bad, really.
No, I mean, I like to keep it. If I can keep it at $1 or less, I'm happy.
Right, but let's say if you're selling a product that's $100. I mean, it just takes one out of there to buy that product, and you've got your money back. So it's not too bad.
Let me go ahead and quit screen share here. Is there anything else we wanted to show them in Leadimpact?
No, not really. I mean, guys and gals, again, it's stuff that you got to do a little bit more research on your own. But really, it's that simple. There's reports you can run telling you about your campaigns.
We can just head over to reports. So basically, you can do right here. You can do yesterday, yada yada. different things. You can do it by campaign, by landing page, by keyword. You know, push all your campaigns over and hit run, and it'll give you a report of whatever you want to do. So.
Right.
And you know, and this is a good little tip too. The reports are always about 2 hours behind. I found that to be at least 2 hours behind generally. So I typically just run reports for the previous day rather than trying to run them in current day. But you know, ideally, you know, if you're going to do a test campaign and you guys are just starting, I would just I would really, here, let me take screen share off so I can talk here, but, you know, really think about just putting a whole ton of URLs into one test campaign, and you can really go into the reporting and really see what's converting, what's not, and then you can get that moved over into, you know, another campaign. You might find a URL or two that's getting, you know, might be getting leads for 20 or 30 cents. You want to pop that into its own campaign, and you know, maybe put 5 or 6 or 7 or $8 in there per day, and because it's really converting really well. So
right.
So anyway, and then you'll get an email from Leadimpact, you know, whatever email you use when you signed up, that says, you know, your keywords have been approved and you're basically ready to rock and roll at that point.
Sweet. That's great, Rod. That was a lot of great information, a lot to take in. Guys, if you have any questions, make sure that you drop them in the Q&A up there on the right side of the screen, or you can drop them in the chat window as well. But if you got questions specifically, and we'll take just a few minutes here at the end to hang out for a second, because we know there's like a 30 to 45 second delay for you guys to ask any questions. You guys really need to, you know, learn that if you've got questions, ask. Or you can see that Rod and I both have at the bottom of our screens our blog is there, so you can always pop over to one of our blogs and drop a question in our contact us page. You can email us. You can always find us on the Evening Buzz on Facebook, so facebook.com/the Evening Buzz. And you can always ask questions over there if anything that you saw in a program here that you don't quite understand and you need some answers for. We're more than happy to help you guys out with anything that you need as far as this stuff goes. That's what we're here for. We're trying to get the word out and help educate you on how to build your home business better and help you in any way, shape, or form that we can, and give back a little bit to you guys. So this is fun stuff for us. We like doing the teaching stuff, and it's really, you know, no problem. If you guys have questions, we're more than happy to share with you what we've got going on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can find us all over the internet. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, on our blog, Twitter. I mean, you know, we're all over the place. So yeah, but the Evening Buzz Facebook page, that's a really good place to hook up with us, and you know, throw a comment in there if there's maybe something that you're struggling with that you want some more training or information on, and we'll be happy to you know, create some content and get that out to you guys. So, and remember, all of these sessions are recorded, so you can go back and view those anytime you want. You can also, from our Facebook page, all of the live streamings and the recordings are posted there, as well as our YouTube channel. So
I think on YouTube you can just probably type in the Evening Buzz and everything will come up, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Cool. Cool. Well, that looks like it's it for the night, Mr. Davison. So I'm going to sign off here, and then you can take it home. My name's Paul Charron. I'm coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, guys and gals. I wish you the best of luck in your business. Don't forget to touch base with us on any of those platforms that Rod mentioned and is going to mention, and we will see you guys tomorrow night when we go through WordPress 2. Rod's going to finish up his awesome WordPress training that he started last night. We're going to talk about some plugins, some other little tools and tricks that you can use in your WordPress blog. So that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks.
All right, sounds good. And appreciate everybody watching tonight, and I think I pretty much covered everything else already. So coming at you from Fresno, California, and we will see you tomorrow night.